Here's Lillard. He had 9 points in his last time out. On the floor for Milwaukee. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Kevin Porter is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. Some consider these the dog days of the regular season, Clark. Do you think that's fair?
I think that's accurate. I mean, they certainly can feel that way. I mean, the key is to try to not let it get to you.
Next again from distance.
One of the best to ever do it from long range.
And an approaching first and threes made for his career. Perhaps can make the case for the best to ever do it. And here's Porter outside. Rebound Miami. They've traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks and came away with the win.
And they won. best game between these teams easily, posting a scorching hot field goal percentage.
Scorching and torching offensively. They were able to get everything they wanted.
Pass to Lopez. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Lopez has got 8 points.
That's what we call the Brook Lopez back at you three. He loves knocking that one down.
Here's Captain Clutch. And got it! Another basket!
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. Kuzma outside. Antetokounmpo outside. No good from outside.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Captain Clutch. And good! There's another!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught.
I got him!
Jaquez against Antetokounmpo. There's the three. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Captain Clutch. Out of bounds. It'll be Bucks ball. Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Green's checked in for the Bucks. Jackson comes in for Porter Jr. And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for the Bucks. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. It'll be the 4th of 5 games for them on the road. Misses in close. And for the Heat, their shooting continues to impress. 65% from the field. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
From deep. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Captain Clutch. Off target with the 3. The Bucks shooting just around 33% since the second quarter got underway. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taking control on the glass.
There's Jackson with the 3. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Jackson's got 8 points.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Pass to Lopez. And here's Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Kuzma for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Captain Clutch. And again for 3. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Green for 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Miami Heat showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Miami Heat.
You hear that?
Yeah.
That's the sound of the offense. They were absolutely hungry.
And how about we move it on over for a preview of who we might be seeing. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Here's Lillard. They've got Ty Jerome. Jaime Jaquez out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Captain Clutch in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Lillard. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Captain Clutch. From behind the arc. And again, it's Miami from deep.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Kuzma. Lillard outside. Lets the 3 fly. Pure from 3-point range. Lillard's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Miami shooting 65%. Their offense has been on another level. Here's Captain Clutch. And yes, another basket. And there it is, 82 points.
This is a game that he will never forget. I know I won't.
Lillard passes to Kuzma. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Miami has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the 3rd. Fires the 3. Captain Clutch misses. The Bucks have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half.
You got him.
From the wing. And Lillard gets it to go on the assist from Antetokounmpo. Lillard's got 9.
Dame showing off that ball control. He's a master at creating space.
Launches it. Captain Clutch's shot is good.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Captain Clutch. Good. Captain Clutch has got 11 points in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Lillard looking around. Back to Antetokounmpo. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Here's Captain Clutch.
Are you serious?
Offensive rebound. Free throw drops for Jaquez. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, You think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Pass to Jackson. Now here's Antetokounmpo, hounded by Adebayo. Antetokounmpo against Adebayo. Kicks it out to Jackson. Antetokounmpo for three. Again, Antetokounmpo missing. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's Captain Clutch. Non-stop scoring machine right here.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Well, Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort, he gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career.
In the third quarter, with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock, Kuzma outside. And the three off target.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Here's Captain Clutch. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Here's Captain Clutch. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
I know he was wide open, but that fadeaway was cash.
They need something. good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Miami grabs the miss.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Captain Clutch. And another one.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Now here's Lopez. Defense on him. And the dunk by Jackson.
And that's exactly what he's looking to do, more and more. Lopez creating for his teammates.
For Miami, they've gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third.
You look at the turnover situation, guys, and it's not been that bad. Just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
Now Lillard. 9 points in the game.
Get through.
The 3 ball. Rebound Miami. Ware's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. With the fadeaway. Captain Clutch misses. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good D by Adebayo.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Shoots a fadeaway. Yet again. Wow. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Now here's Lillard, tightly guarded. Jerome grabs the miss. Jerome's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Captain Clutch, defended by Jackson. Yes, it's good.
Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Antetokounmpo outside. Lillard outside. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Captain Clutch.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Giannis out. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 15 rebounds here tonight. And
Oh, wow.
Recognizing the scouting report, Lillard knows he can drive on this team.
oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Here's Captain Clutch. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Count the basket.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lopez. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. Lopez for three. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Captain Clutch. Knocks down the triple.
Boy, you got to. Be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
The Bucks shooting only 30% in the third quarter. Kuzma drives in. He's off on the layup. Miami shooting at around 66%. They're on fire. Here's Captain Clutch. The three.
That was going
Giannis
in.
with the rebound. The Bucks shooting a low 31%. Their offense is lacking. And he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
For three. Another from three. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
And here's Milwaukee now. Pass to Lillard. Now here's Lopez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires for three. And it's Miami with a rebound.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Captain Clutch's shot is good.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Lillard outside. Kuzma outside. Here's the three. And it's Miami with a rebound.
He made a three back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke. Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Lillard right side. Lets it go from deep. Adebayo grabs the board.
Hey, good board, Bam.
So it's Miami now. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. And they'll be right in the middle of a 5-game homestand.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And there it is for him. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Hey, whatever coach told him during the break is beginning to pay off.
Here's Captain Clutch. And the Heat, another three.
And, you know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Lillard can't get that one to fall. The Heat shooting at around 66%. They're on fire. Here's Captain Clutch. Non-stop scoring machine right here. From outside the arc, gets the three ball to go.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Here's Jackson. Dunked by Jackson.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
And it's Miami's ball. Here's Captain Clutch. And the Heat, another three.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Lillard outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. From downtown, Jaquez grabs the board. Here's Captain Clutch. The three. And again, Miami with a triple.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up three straight from beyond the arc right now.
Lillard outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good. Would have counted had it gone. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. It's the Heat delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. They've got Kevin Porter. He's out there with Monte Morris. Green out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Stevens in at the 4 spot. Jovic passes to Wiggins. And again, it's Miami from deep.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Porter looks it over. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And Grant, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, B.A., and I liked it. The Stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seemed just still a balance to be struck.
You know, we've seen Kevin Porter Jr. play the 1, 2, and the 3, and no matter where he plays, KPJ is a bucket getter.
And so Porter will bring it up for Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by Jovic.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
And for the Bucks, they're shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. Looking to get it going. Rebound by the Heat. Jovic has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Captain Clutch. Buries it from 3. Captain Clutch has got 6 in the quarter.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering. those shooters.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
2 points. That one goes.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket. Inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Drills it from deep.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Tipped. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it.
Hey, go over.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Porter. Blocked again! And finally, they hit one. For Miami, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Fade away. And again, it's Miami converting.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Outside, Green.
Stay there.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Antetokounmpo. Banked it in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 19 points.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
And a sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Guys, when you're this high, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Morris can't hit. Miami has gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Here's Captain Clutch. And again, it's Miami converting.
Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
Clark, in your opinion, how does social media affect the game?
Monumental ways. One, I think the most direct way is that it keeps fans connected to players, and players have the option as to how they're going to engage with their fans directly, player to fan without any middle person. And that is valuable both ways, except when the narrative turns negative. That's the other side of the coin. And when you say things publicly on social media platforms, it's impossible to retract them. You might be able to erase them, but they're still out there in the stratosphere.
Here's Porter. He gets it in there. Porter's got 6 here in the quarter.
For Porter Jr., I think it's about shot selection, taking smart shots, including when he's in close.
Here's Captain Clutch. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work.
When he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot. Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
Deflects the pass. Hero against Morris. Here's Captain Clutch. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the... The offense really taking it to the opposition. To the inside. Here's Captain Clutch. He's guarded by Porter. Here's Captain Clutch. Another one falls. Amazing.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. They set the pick. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Morris. From about 19. And it's Miami with a rebound.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Here's Captain Clutch. And again, it's Miami converting.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Antetokounmpo with it. Rebounded by Jovic. Jovic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Captain Clutch. It's a three-pointer.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Antetokounmpo for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Antetokounmpo's got 22.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Here's Captain Clutch. And again, it's Miami from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Antetokounmpo finds Porter. The three is up. Miami grabs the miss. Hero's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Captain Clutch. And the Heat, another three.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Stevens. Clock at 6. Morris for 3. Rebound Miami. Here's Captain Clutch. 3-pointer.
What?
It's rebounded by Morris. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Captain Clutch's shot is good.
Wow. What can you say?
And here's Porter. Will it go? He drops it from range.
Always a ready and eager three-point shooter. That last three only gave Porter Jr. more motivation.
Good! That's another bucket!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Antetokounmpo outside. Morris finds Antetokounmpo.
You got him. Get that perimeter.
Giannis with the jam.
It's been Giannis's night. His points have come in a variety of ways, and as usual, he has been relentless.
Drops in the three.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
To the paint. Outside for Green. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Captain Clutch. He's guarded by Porter. Here's Captain Clutch. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Morris passes to Green. It's hauled in by the Heat. Hero's got his 6th rebound on the night. Captain Clutch. And again for 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Now here's Porter. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Here's Captain Clutch. And again, Miami with a triple.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Outside Porter. Fires from deep. Rebound Miami. Jacks up a three. Again, it's Miami from deep.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
And here's Milwaukee now. 1:52 left in the fourth. Morris outside. Outside, Green. Beyond the arc. They get it back. Here's Stevens. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Captain Clutch. Good. He hits again.
And that ties him for third all-time scoring for a single game. What a remarkable night.
Boy, a game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Heat.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance.
And it's good. He hits another one.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages. Porter in the post. And the basket is good. Porter's got 19 points.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Let's go with a three. Captain Clutch misses. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Antetokounmpo, left side. Outside, Green. Takes the three. Rebounded by Jovic.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me,
Yet another bucket. Well, folks, he's now bested his own single-game record for points in a game. With this simply incredible offensive explosion we watched unfold. Congrats to him for now holding down two of the top 3 spots all time.
And we get paid to sit here and watch this excellence? What a special experience indeed. The emotion, the effort, the intensity throughout this game has been remarkable to witness. And everyone in this building recognizes the brilliant piece of basketball history that we've been lucky enough to watch.
yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
And so the ball out of bounds. Hero touched it last.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
So it's the Heat winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They did.
Way to bring the effort tonight.
Thanks so much,
Wins,
MP.
pay the
I need
bills,
this one
baby.
bad.
Why would you ever leave Nike? They're the GOAT.
He's about to tear it up.
Everything okay tonight? How's that back feel?
I'm good, Burn. How about you, man?
Squad on point.
What's up, MP? Fans live for games like this one.
You got this!
to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Thursday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Friday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And recently, MP expressed that he doesn't take these rivalry games too lightly. Winning these games is a big-time priority for him.
Well, MP and this team are off to a good start when it comes to the challenge he set for them. I think the preparation, anticipation, and energy for what these games mean has become almost a skill set in their arsenal. And they're hoping to build on that momentum in this one. They've still got quite a few rivalry games left.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Then there's Suggs. Then there's Carter. And it's Bitadze in at the center. And let's go over to David Aldridge. Who has something to say about MP. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. We know that everybody knows the history between these two teams, all those knockdown, drag-out battles. So I asked MP if he was going to take the high road tonight and try to stay above the fray. He said just the opposite. These guys always show us disrespect. We're going to grind it out and teach them a lesson. Get your popcorn ready.
Got it right here, DA. I'm going to start chopping it down. Familiarity, though, right? Breeding contempt here.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
We're only around halfway through this very long season, GA. This is when the grind... I think really kicks in.
Yeah, you think about the physical and mental toll this game takes on you. And I miss being out there, but, man, I tell you, it can be a grind.
Here's Wagner after the made shot from Captain Clutch. And that one's good, Wagner.
Wagner able to get that one lined up from mid-range.
Here's Captain Clutch, and it's Miami with another.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Caldwell Pope outside. Wagner on the wing. Carter outside. Caldwell Pope for three. Rebound by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. Here's Captain Clutch. Again, the Heat good for two.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets for 7 shots.
Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Bitadze. Carter outside. Off target from outside. Miami leading by 5. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Orlando's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Caldwell Pope for 3. Jaquez with the rebound. The Heat have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And that one is good. Captain Clutch has got 13.
And their offense... already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Now, here's Suggs. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Heat have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. For 3. And that drops in from beyond the arc. Three-pointer from Captain Clutch.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And here is Suggs, following the 3 from Captain Clutch. Here's Bitadze, still scoreless. Wagner from long range, drills it from outside. Now the Heat with it. They're on a 16-7 run. Lets it go from deep, and the hit. Another three.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're going to grind it out.
This team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle, accountability, and will consistently be about their culture.
And here's Wagner following the three from Captain Clutch. Pass to Suggs. Caldwell Pope with it. Magic moving the ball around. Goes in for the dunk.
Such a selfless guy. Caldwell Pope's focus on the floor is on the team's success.
Here's Captain Clutch, coming off a solid outing against Portland.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Come to me.
Wagner against Hockhead. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Captain Clutch, and the Heat, another three.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Suggs passes to Wagner. Finished off by Wagner.
Oh, what a slam from Wagner. When he gets that close, he is going for it.
Here's Captain Clutch. Mitchell outside. Here's Captain Clutch, and he has 28 points for the game. Bangs home the trifecta. Captain Clutch has got 31 points.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Caldwell Pope outside.
Hey, yo, watch right here.
Wagner on the wing. Hawkes defending. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Retaliation triple from KCP.
Here's Captain Clutch. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Captain Clutch. That's good.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Wagner outside. They set the pick. Here's the three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Captain Clutch. And again, Miami with the triple.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Wagner outside. Back to Suggs.
You got him. I see him.
6 to shoot. Up again. Magic working now with the new shot clock. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight.
And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Magic. Shooting looking a little out of sorts early, 37%. Caldwell Pope kicks to Suggs. Pass to Wagner to end the run. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him, he's got to shoot that one. I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Captain Clutch.
And what a stretch it's been for him. I mean, it goes beyond the scoring, which he has had no problem doing.
Let's go, MP. He's checked in for Miami. Carter, he's checked. In for Orlando.
Outside, get outside!
Throws it up high. Suggs throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Here's Captain Clutch. Off target with his three.
I got it.
And here is Anthony. Still yet to score. It's Carter, high post.
Don't let him shoot.
A three-pointer, Wiggins. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
124 left to play in the first quarter.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
And Suggs throws it down.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Here's Captain Clutch. 43 points in the game. Cans it from downtown.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Carter left side. To the inside. Pass to Black.
Watch outside. Watch it, Carter.
Carter with a screen on Wiggins. 3 on the clock. Carter with the dunk.
Playing with some force on the interior. You gotta love Carter Jr. playing with that level of physicality.
Here's Captain Clutch. And it's off from three-point range.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
I got ball. I got you help.
Suggs looking around. Suggs throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And so it's the Miami Heat, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Heat?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
I'd love to go inside and check the dry erase board to see how much.
Oh, that's another bucket.
And you know what him reaching 50 points means. He's moved up another spot.
Yep, the second spot, Greg, is his alone now for most 50-point performances in a year. Carter left side. Back to Black. Here's Anthony. And it's Miami with the rebound. Fresh from a win against Portland.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against a team that shot it well.
And our producer is now just letting me know that we have Shams Charania on the line with a report out of Cleveland. Hey, Shams, thanks for joining us. What's the news on the Cavaliers?
Thanks, Kevin. They know future Hall of Famer Chris Paul has bounced around a little bit in his later years, but he has the skill set this team is looking for. His ability to run the offense, elevate a team's basketball IQ is something they desperately wanted. I'm told it might be a short-term rental, but CP3 should provide a big boost.
Thanks again, Shams, as always. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times the coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Anthony's shot is off.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Captain Clutch, and the Heat, another three.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
What's left?
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. A floater is shot by Anthony, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Captain Clutch. And again, Miami with the triple.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed, don't you think, to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped. Captain Clutch, that's good.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Pass to Wiggins for the three. Wiggins with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Another one goes. Incredible. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Hi, guys. Well, they call him Captain Clutch. And in the last game against Portland was tremendous. He had an impressive number of points, and he reached that total with some superb shooting from deep. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean that. Back to you guys.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg will see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And it's Orlando with the rebound. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Here's Black. He's covered by Hero. The wide open look here for Anthony. Buries the long-range jumper. Anthony's got 7 now in this quarter.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And that one, good.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Carter with a screen on Hero. Here's Black. He's covered by Hero. Outside, Carter. Rebound by the Heat. Wiggins has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Hey, come around.
Here's Captain Clutch. Non-stop scoring machine here.
You got it. Perimeter. Don't let him shoot.
Wiggins passes to Carter. Outside Anthony. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. A three-pointer off the mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Here's Captain Clutch. And yet another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Orlando's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Black the pass to Wiggins. Carter with a screen on Payton. Wiggins from outside hits it from 3-point range. Wiggins has got 8 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Simply one of the best shooting performances you are ever going to see. A 3-point barrage.
Anthony's shot is off.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Black in the post. He's covered by Hero. And here's Anthony for 3. It's hauled in by Hero.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Captain Clutch. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Anthony looking it over. Again, the miss by Anthony.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Here's Captain Clutch. Miami no good on that time either. Howard against Wiggins.
Hey, right here.
Pass to Carter. The jump hook. It's hauled in by the Heat. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the fourth of this 5-game homestand. And again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. So for the Magic, their last game a loss to Chicago.
Well, you never want to concede a game before you play it. That said, though, they were just overmatched.
Tough thing about that one is they also were playing a poor opponent, so no fire in that game. And that sticks with you a little bit.
And for the Magic, they're shooting a measly 26% in the second quarter. Howard can't hit. Heat shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Captain Clutch. That's good.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Well, Orlando shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Carter dishes to Black.
No shot.
Pass to Wiggins.
That's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
And a new group in for the Heat. Ware's checked in. Bam Adebayo comes in for Gary Payton. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Davion Mitchell subbed in for Hero. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Goga Bitadze is checked in for Aaron Wiggins. Wagner comes in for Howard. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Suggs in for Black. Basket counts.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here are the Magic now. Pass to Bitadze. Here's Wagner. Now Suggs, he's got 10. Good on the three-point shot. Suggs has got 13.
And really good habits paying off for Suggs. He's finding shots and drumming up points for his squad.
Nice answer. answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Launches a three. Jaquez with the rebound. Jaquez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Captain Clutch. And the Heat, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Bitadze. Now Caldwell Pope. Carter outside. Some room here for Caldwell Pope. Top of the key jumper, no good. Setting up the half-court offense now.
They've got to find a way, not enough ball movement or body movement when they get in the half court.
Where, no good.
He'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Wagner finds Carter. Here's Bitadze. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Carter with the screen. High post shot. And it's Suggs missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Captain Clutch, no good. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Jacks up a 3. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And Wagner drives in, buries it from about 10 feet away. Wagner's got 4 points this quarter.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Good on the triple.
And what a first half he's having from downtown. He has been locked and loaded since the moment he stepped on the floor.
It's stolen. And so it's Miami, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right at after this.
Read it.
Man, we've talked about it so much, hard to believe we're almost an all-star weekend.
I'm interested to see which new faces make it this year. This first all-star game. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Miami Heat.
So,
that is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Captain Clutch having a dominant impact in this game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner is out there with Carter, and it's Bitadze in at the 5. Suggs kicks to Carter.
I got yours.
Here's Wagner. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. Wagner's got 15 points.
An explosive performance by Wagner tonight, showing just how dangerous he is when he's at his best.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says, one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Takes a 3. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Carter makes it off the glass. He has 5.
And that's a huge body down low. When Carter Jr. gets that kind of position, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Captain Clutch. That's good.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Orlando with the ball. Caldwell Pope outside. Carter kicks to Wagner. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. But you have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve. And he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with the solid find there that leads to a bucket.
Clutch. That's good.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
The Magic have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Down low, here's Caldwell Pope, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
The Magic have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Back to Suggs. There's the triple. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And here's the fast break. Adebayo leading the way.
The versatility of Adebayo, he can initiate and he can shoot off the catch.
Wagner passes to Caldwell Pope. Going inside. It's deflected. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession.
at the perimeter.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. The tray gets the three-pointer to fall. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Caldwell Pope at the ready. He was totally prepared to take that one.
Captain Clutch passes to Adebayo. Fires the three. Another from three.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Here's Suggs. And Ware pulls it down. Heat shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. From past the arc. Rebound by the Magic. Wagner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Releases. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Wagner's got 17 now.
And because of that versatility, Wagner with so many options offensively.
And the three is knocked down. Deep ball good and a nice shot from Captain Clutch.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Pass to Bitadze. Inside. It's stolen by Adebayo. Mitchell with it. Picked up by Suggs. To the wing on the left. Lets it go with the three. And the Heat, another three.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
The Magic have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. And the Magic can hold on to the ball. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the team's scoring leaders. Number 1, the Heat.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Wagner from long range. And Ware pulls it down.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Captain Clutch. That's good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Wagner. No good again that time.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Mitchell against Suggs. Here's Wagner. He drops in the way up off the glass. Wagner's got 19 points.
Yeah, Wagner in attack mode there.
There's the three. And another three from Captain Clutch.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Carter outside. Suggs finds Wagner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Jaquez.
Well, over 80% from the line for his career. You do not want to foul Franz in the act.
That free throw missing. And Orlando making a change here. Wax checked in. And he sinks the second. The Heat shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable.
Well, nice vision on that pass from Hero, and he put the ball right in the shooting pocket.
Magic have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Pass to Carter. Here's Black. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Trains the three-pointer.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Bitadze's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Captain Clutch. Connects again. He's been absolutely... ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Wagner, and he converts the layup. Wagner's got 9 points here in the second half.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Here's Captain Clutch, and again for 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Get the perimeter.
Pass to Bitadze. Here's Black. The 3. It's rebounded by Payton. Here's Captain Clutch. He's covered by Suggs. Captain Clutch. That's good.
And so far tonight, he's been the game's leading scorer. Just got into a groove, and no one's found a way to get him out of it.
Get him out, get him out.
Here's Black. 5 points. In the game.
Stay there.
Wagner, right side. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Suggs missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Oh, come on.
Captain Clutch, no good. Well, Orlando shooting in the second half so far about 45%. Suggs, nice move. No good at the rim.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Nailed from three-point land.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Got a hand on it.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
.157 left here in the third quarter. Carter outside. Will it go?
Too much at that. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
Wagner against Wiggins from downtown. And it's Wagner missing. And for the Heat, they're shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with, those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
And it's Carter missing. Here's Miami now.
Watch Tyler.
Here's Captain Clutch. And the Heat, another three.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And Suggs throws it down.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter, and he's good on the three ball.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Captain Clutch. He's covered by Suggs. Here's Captain Clutch. Off target from three-point range. Now, here's Suggs. Tight defense on him. And so it's the Miami Heat with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And Payton is checked in for the Heat. Captain Clutch comes.
What are you doing, all right?
Herter. Tyler Hero out there with Payton. And there's Captain Clutch. And it's Jovic in at center. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Captain Clutch, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, of all the things I could ask you, I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And when that happens, stars will be stars, and role players will be there to support the stars in any way they possibly can. But to accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team.
Good, another from three.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Hero against Wagner.
Hey, who's watching now?
Fires for three. Rebound by the Heat.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but
he got it again. Sensational.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Here's Jovic. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Way to go, baby!
They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
To the paint, here's Carter, and the layup's good off the glass.
Bully ball at its finest there. Carter Jr. brings a physical presence to this team.
Captain Clutch. That's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Wagner. Pass to Bitadze. And the league limiting players from making public trade deals, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot, keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
And he's good on the second.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Here's Captain Clutch. Again, what an avalanche.
The good times keep rolling. Now tied for second all-time in scoring for a game.
Well, you know, the way he's been able to maintain his focus on offense all game, GA, the defense throws everything at him, but he still is scoring. Wagner against Hero. Shot clock at 6. Here's Suggs. It's hauled in by Hero. Hero's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Captain Clutch. And got it. Another basket.
And he's now outmatched his own single-game record for points with a staggering offensive onslaught. I think the defense is just as stunned as we are.
Words fail to describe the magnitude. He is putting in the work with a little overtime, and this game is sure to leave a mark. It's the three-point bomb.
And every year it seems Wagner gains more confidence, and it's starting to show on shots like that.
Captain Clutch, no good. Well, Orlando shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Wagner outside. Offline with his 3. And Miami shooting about 45% from the floor in the fourth. Here's Captain Clutch. And again for 3.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Beyond the arc. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Bitadze's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Heat.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in there, but every facet of this connects again from distance.
And with that made 3, he now stands alone for third most threes in a single game.
He's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long, D.A. What a shooting performance. Carter kicks to Suggs. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. Drives to the hoop. And it's Carter missing. The Heat shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Captain Clutch, no good. Here are the Magic now. Suggs with the ball. Here's Wagner. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Oh, good job executing inside. Wagner in total control down there.
Here's Captain Clutch. No good from outside. And it's Orlando's ball. Now here's Caldwell Pope. It's rebounded by Jovic. Here's Captain Clark. Yet another bucket.
Tonight is more for the history books. Once again, he sets the record for most points ever in an NBA game.
And it may not come as a surprise from him, but goodness, we got to acknowledge his greatness. What he is accomplishing is nothing short of legendary. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this...
Never thought I'd see someone score over 100 points. I feel unbelievable, man.
I'm off to Belgium. You know, I have never been to Maine. Have you?
Furthest I've ever been is New York.
Oh, do you think it would be nice?
Yeah, get out on the water. I think it would be safe.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
NBA basketball on 2K Sports. All right, Coach, we're headed down the home stretch here. What's the mindset across the league?
Well, it all depends on where you are, Brian, in the race. If you're in playoff contention, then you've got a natural motivator, and that's where you're focused. If you're a team that's out of the postseason picture, you're probably already thinking ahead to next year.
1, 2, 3, Cancun. And when it comes to the rivalries this team has, MP made something very clear, that his goal was to beat each and every single one in his way.
And one of the objectives of any team is to take down your rivals. MP may be humble, but he doesn't want his game, or more importantly, his team, to be overshadowed. Clearly, that motivation has been a driving factor in their success to this point in those key games.
Here's the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Whitehead in at the 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Jackson right side. Lillard outside. Fires the 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Captain Clutch's shot is good.
Wow, such a skilled 5. Bam's passing is really important to this offense.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Lillard looking around. Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. We briefly discussed what he wanted his team to do against Damian Lillard, and he said to not let him get going from deep. Once his 3 ball is falling, everything else becomes easier for him, so we have to talk out there on the perimeter. So expect to see a lot of defensive activity near the 3-point line tonight. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Yo, watch him! Screen coming!
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. He can't get it to go. Miami has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's Captain Clutch. And the Heat, another 3.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And Lillard gets it to go on the assist by Lopez.
And this is exactly why you got to be up on Lillard, or he'll burn you off the catch.
And out of bounds, Milwaukee will have it.
You can tell the moment the pass left his hands, he knew he messed up.
Bucks trail by 7.
Ball! Come on, man, who got the ball?
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Here's Captain Clutch, and there's another one for the Heat.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Well, Coach, how about the Eric Spoelstra story? Started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian. Even then, Eric is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
Captain Clutch's shot is good.
Of his 8 shots so far, he's only missed 1. He's starting this game strong.
Lillard passes to Whitehead. Throws it up high. Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
Here's Captain Clutch. Antetokounmpo covering. Captain Clutch's shot is good.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
The Bucks trail by 9. Here's Antetokounmpo. Misses from close range. For Miami, they've gone an impressive 8 of 9. Here's Captain Clutch. Defended by Jackson. Captain Clutch's shot is good.
And they are letting those threes fly from outside. Really in a great rhythm.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Second chance effort. Rebound by the Heat.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Here's Captain Clutch. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Over Mitchell. Antetokounmpo. That's good. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Yeah, the mid-range is not a go-to for Giannis, but he's always looking to expand his game.
Captain Clutch. And Miami again with the bucket.
Well, his offense. Is carrying them right now, and even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Back to Lillard.
I got your help side.
Puts up a 3. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
The fadeaway. Lillard pulls down the board.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. It's a 10-point game. Here's Captain Clutch. Antetokounmpo covering. Captain Clutch's shot is good.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And here's Milwaukee now. The Heat beat them last time when those two met at Miami.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
Back to Lillard. From the arc. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Lillard's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Lillard gets so much lift on his three-pointers. It's almost effortless how he shoots.
Here's Captain Clutch. Drains the triple.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
The Bucks trail by 12. Lillard outside. Pass to Whitehead. 4-3. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Captain Clutch misses. Milwaukee has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Lopez with it. Jackson for 3. The rebound by Ware. Well, we've got a developing story here. Standing by remotely, we go to our 2K insider, Shams Charania, for the details.
Thanks, Brian. The latest story right now is out of Dallas on the Mavs trade with the Orlando Magic. They went after Draymond Green because they want an enforcer. They're banking that he can come in, get into opponents' heads, both with his words and his physical play, but he's going to make them a much more difficult team to beat. He's a championship veteran player.
Always great to hear from you, Shams. Thanks so much. To the wing, right side. Here's Captain Clutch. Sinks the tray. Captain Clutch has got 35 in the game.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push. Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game stand catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
Yo, set it up!
Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek Freak is on fire.
Heat leading by 16. Here's Captain Clutch. No good on the triple. Pass to Jackson. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Captain Clutch, who is stolen by Lillard. Down low. Here's Jackson. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Captain Clutch. He got it again! Sensational!
Well, there has been no slowing him down this year. He's scoring the ball with reckless abandon.
You know, after tonight, he's closing in on the 3rd most 40-point games in a single year. There's Jackson with the 3. That doesn't go either for Jackson.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
There's the triple. Captain Clutch's shot is good. Captain Clutch has got 43 points.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Antetokounmpo outside. From 7 feet, bucket again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. Taking a look at the Bucks. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Whitehead in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Back to Antetokounmpo, and Giannis with the dunk.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Here's Captain Clutch. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
For Milwaukee, they've gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Here's Whitehead. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Takes a 3. Rebound Miami. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hi, guys. Captain Clutch in their last game against the Hornets was outstanding. He dropped an amazing number of points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on, see if he can't replicate that performance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Launches a 3, and again it's Miami from deep.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Jackson outside. With some arc, good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lillard's got 6 assists in the game. Looking to slow it down here, run a play.
Which is interesting because they've done much better playing with pace. 12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Jackson outside. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Captain Clutch. Kept alive. Out to the wing.
Hey, yo, right here. Hey, come around.
6 to shoot. This one for 3. Offensive rebound, Heat. Launches it. 10X from downtown.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They come into this one following a loss to Brooklyn.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they cross that line.
Yeah, well, once things start going in that direction, regaining your composure defensively is not easy to do.
3-pointer. Oh, another one falls. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
B.A., it feels like he can't miss.
And here's Lillard. He's got 14. Shot to stop the shot. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Here's Captain Clutch. Another bucket. Wow.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yep, that one's good. Antetokounmpo's got 27.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Captain Clutch. Connects again from distance. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Adebayo grabs the board. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Here's Captain Clutch. And there's another one for the Heat.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
Get going.
Mitchell against Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo. Out to Lillard.
Help him, mismatch. Ball. Lopez.
Second chance shot. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Fader on the way. Captain Clutch misses. And so it's Miami, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. And their three Point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. We'll be right back.
Hey, everybody. First off, let's take a gander at what's been happening on the trading block. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play?
Oh, my goodness. I make a lot more money, Ernie, than I did in my playing days, especially if you consider that all guys do is dunk and shoot threes, and as many threes as I did, oh, my God. Yeah, and I'd be out there getting every rebound and slamming Kenny's bricks for the putback slams because none of these bigs today want any piece of prime Diesel.
So let me get this straight. You would both be amazing. What a shock. And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Miami Heat.
The three-point chances have been there for them, and they've taken advantage.
Just watching the game, not even looking at the scoreboard, you can tell they're the better team tonight by a mile. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got Jaime Jaquez. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Captain Clutch in a two-guard. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Back to Antetokounmpo. Oh, the dunk by Antetokounmpo!
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Pass to Ware. Adebayo against Jackson. Oh! And he hits it and gets hacked. A three-point chance here if he can convert.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw, no good for Adebayo. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Ball.
Here's Whitehead. Jaquez covers. The shot by Lillard, no good. The Heat have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's Captain Clutch. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Uses the glass on the layup. Antetokounmpo has got 6 in the quarter.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's Captain Clutch. Again, the Heat score.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Out to the right wing. Antetokounmpo, right side. Doesn't go for him. And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Miami Heat. Fades. And again.
Incredible. 81 on the night, channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire.
Stay on him.
Whitehead passes to Antetokounmpo. And it's all from three-point range.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Captain Clutch. Another shot. And Adebayo with the lay-in. Adebayo's got 8.
Well, Adebayo's going to go after that offensive board. He is relentless in his effort.
Antetokounmpo surveys. Lopez, the screen. Goes up from the block. That one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
I mean, a big guy like Lopez won't stop for contact. He stays strong and powers through.
Here's Captain Clutch. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now. And it's Antetokounmpo off the drive. And here we go, the Heat fast break. With the ball, and Lopez picks him up, and the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up, and he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And you think about what Jaquez has done early in his career. It's pretty impressive, Stan.
Well, Brian, people tend to underrate college players who play multiple years. He was basically a finished product before he reached the NBA.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Captain Clutch. And there's another one for the Heat.
And guys, one thing that's triggered this run, their proficiency inside the three-point line.
Antetokounmpo with it. 33 points for him. Antetokounmpo is doubled. Out to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Captain Clutch. Fires in the triple.
Well, that kind of vision is exactly what they need out of Jaquez.
The Bucks have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Antetokounmpo. Outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Antetokounmpo has got 35 in the game.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
Three-pointer. Rebounded by Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Lillard. He's got 14. Jackson outside. Lillard finds Lopez. Antetokounmpo outside. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Here's Captain Clutch. Oh, connects again.